There's a very unique video that's out there trending. This particular video of a prisoner, originally from Zimbabwe, who is there busy bragging about how much freedom and joy he has in prison. And it didn't end very well for him. I mean, like, they later on found him and stuff like that, because that video where he's addressing the haters, the haters, reached the authorities. It reached people. It was everywhere. And so I wanted to talk about it, but in a certain tone. You know, everybody else might have their own conversation around it, but I wanted to talk about it from a perspective of being reformed or being changed or repentant, as you might call it that. It's the Reality Show with daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, to be sure to check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. All right. So what exactly did he say? Now, I'm going to play you the video, and let's hear him out when he's addressing those that are hating on him.
This morning we had breakfast, and in the afternoon we had lunch, and we had supper, and we are about to have dinner, my bro. We are doing extremely fine. We are not even suffering at all. We are happy. And look here, we are not even paying rent. No. We are not buying electricity. No. Nothing, my brother. We don't even cook food. They give us food for free. We don't even cook. Yeah, the difference is the same, my brother. No, we are not. No, my brother. We don't need toiletries. We give for free.
You know, now we all understand. It's just trolling, right? It's just trolling to say, hey, you gotta pay for life, you gotta pay for everything and stuff like that, and all that kind of jazz, right? Now, there might be people that think like that, but for me, I see it as though he's just trolling to say, you gotta work. I mean, here you thought I'm suffering. I'm not suffering. But at the same time, it might go with, what kind of crime did he do to be in this position, you know? And then you'll be at that point where you are bringing up the subject of being unrepentant and so forth. Now, there was one particular guy, name of Musa Kawela. He was a blogger, and there were videos which he made bragging about getting rid of someone whom he had gone to their house and then gone on, stabbed the person, the person died, and went on to claim that it was self-defense. After going to the person's house, then claimed that, and he was the one who had a knife, the other person. But anyways, unrepentant, it brings up this idea. People can be in jail being unrepentant. You know, if you read the later chapters in Revelation, it's very clear that people in their sinful nature are still unrepentant. After they are resurrected to go towards judgment, they still try to take over the holy city. Why? Unrepentant. Jail won't change a person who's vowed wickedness, a person who has vowed to be ruthless. It's not going to change him. Now, for him, unfortunately, those that he might have hurt in life and whatnot, they have to see this type of things. They have to see someone who maybe they killed someone. We don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. And they have to see him bragging about soft life in jail, where he's supposed to be paying his dues to society. But hey, it reminds you, there was this guy here, comedian, and he's right now going through his case where he's accused. Okay, he's the main accused. There isn't any other accused. He's the only one, because he's the woman that he was staying with is a comedian, is very popular in Limpopo, died, and then he was in the house. He's like, I don't know, but people warned him about the fights that he used to have. Constantly, there was all these fights and outrage over his ruthlessness towards his partner. They warned him countless times. He didn't listen. The lady ends up dead. Unrepentant. Even when he went out, unrepentant. kind of brings up this particular subject. When you read Ephesians chapter number 4 and you go down for, my apologies there, if you can hear that noise, they're fixing something. So if I stop recording, I don't know when they're gonna stop. So this is what this verse says, right? It's Ephesians chapter number 4, verse number 28. And this is how it puts it. It says, do not give the devil a foothold. Okay? And he who has been stealing must steal no more, but must work doing good with his own. So basically, work for yourself, not seeking the soft life from a jail confined space, as he was bragging on that video, basically. Now, by the way, if you haven't seen the video of him bragging, the ending of it, of that story of what happened when they caught him, was this one.
And now
So it's roughly about...
A few moments later.
Yeah, start.
Hello, haters. If you think you put us in prison and you think we're suffering, we're doing extremely fine. This morning we had the breakfast and this afternoon we had lunch. We're not suffering at all.
And now they found me.
And now they found me, they caged me. Now I'm suffering.
Now, is he suffering? We don't know. What does that even look like? We don't know. Yeah, soft life in jail. People have said, you can pay for a bed, you can pay for a blanket, you can pay for... Is that? Now, the thing that I wanted to bring up is, even though you have a responsibility to society as a whole, the drill is like just getting louder. So, even though you get away, or you manage to get away with the system because of its corruption and stuff like that, you can see where it affects them. It affects them because they feel like they no one can hold them accountable. Like the guy that I spoke about who's been accused of doing away with his partner. He had gotten away with things, and publicly, and he would brag, they can't do me nothing, whatnot. And this particular other guy that I'm talking about, Musa Kaula, he's been going through up and down with his case and stuff like that. Right now they say he has been arrested recently and stuff. But he grew bolder because he felt like he was getting away with it. Now, what is it that it gives them a bad sight of? That if you read Galatians chapter number 6, verse number 6, basically to 7, it says, nevertheless, the one who receives instruction in the world must share in all good things with his instructor. Then it says, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap in return. That's the thing they don't see. They don't see the system that is currently in existence to try and bring discipline. Right? It's only temporary. You still have to answer for that before God. That's the thing that they miss. They completely miss it. They feel like they are getting away with things. They feel like they can cheat the system. They feel like, I bribed so and so, my things went well and whatnot. So what this does is that it emboldens them. It emboldens them because they feel like they are invincible. You'll hear a lot of people that get arrested and they have these hectic cases. There will be one charge of defeating the ends of justice. It's very common. You see it with Bishop Zond or whatnot. It's that people have reported cases and the cases just seem to disappear out of nowhere. What happened to those cases? You investigate it, they just disappear. What happened is that over time, they feel like they're invincible. That's why a lot of pastors and so forth, when they gain some form of power, they want to go politics. Why? Because when they go politics, they can threaten the people that they've done wrong to and say, I have power, I have influence. So unfortunately, the system of this world emboldens people like this. In spite of the fact that he has done wrong, there are people he might have hurt, there are people he might have broken into their houses, stole, killed someone, what? That whole thing just completely fades off from his mind. He feels the need to come back and remind us, this system can't hold me accountable. My brother, that system is only temporary. It's only meant to be an example for you of what judgment awaits you on the other side. From God, you will not escape. There is no escaping that judgment. You might escape this one. You might get away. You might run around, and you might know one or two people, and so forth. But with that judgment, you will not escape. So unfortunately, this system, when it doesn't hold you accountable, unfortunately, you have no perception of being held accountable. So you have no reference point for what will happen when you stand before God. Why? Because the system continuously allows you to go free. So the unfortunate part of what you are missing being in jail, what you are missing is that this system, it's just meant to keep you accountable. Say, brother, you should be responsible to the society. That's why when I was speaking about the national anthem, I said, even the foreigners must fly the South African flag. If you are here, you fly the South African flag, because it is South Africa that gave you that freedom. If he was in a Zimbabwean prison, what would it be like there? For you to come here, you do your crimes here, and then you have the bravery to go on social media, be telling us that you are a hater, you can't do nothing. Me, I'm here, I'm living soft. Bear in mind, the very people that you did wrong to, the very society that you wronged, has to pay taxes that feed you in the prison. So this system is only supposed to correct you a little bit. The judgment, true judgment of what you are doing, your smile, all of that stuff that you have on that video, later on, you have missed the true judgment that rests upon you. The jail was just for now, while we have you here. But when you cross, there is another judgment. You've missed that perception of accountability to other people, to your neighbors. You know, it's one thing for you to be so hateful of your own life, but for you to portray that with such bravery, having done wrong to the society, and you say, I don't know you nothing. I can come back, do wrong, bring me back in here, I'll still eat your money. That's what you just so in case you are not understanding. You biting the hand that feeds you. That's what it is. Unfortunately, you've missed something. And what you've missed is that this aspect of where judgment that is current, handed to you by the judge and so forth, how it translates to what you will get on the other side. That's what you missed. But we can only pray, that video of you apologizing. You probably apologize like that just so you can get away with it or whatever. That probably you probably don't mean it. You're saying it just so that they can let you go, right? It's all good. We get it. But don't let this system that's corrupt deceive you thinking that you are getting away with it. You're not. There is a judgment that rests on you. You'll find it on the other side. It's the Reality Show, the Daily Christian Commentary videos. And also it's a reminder for people. When we speak about forgiveness, you see why. Because some of these people, they feel invincible. The only place they will receive judgment meet for them, it's at the hand of God. Rest assured, He will definitely. There's no corrupting that system. They might let you go here. You might get away with it here. But when you cross, don't think I'm laughing with you. On that other side, it's not roses and champagne. The Bible says, weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's the state of judgment that side. It's so hectic that you will not believe your own decision. It's Ricky. We're done.